Hey friends, 2 weeks away from Niwat's challenge. So I'm excited. I'm out here training, doing hills, big hills in Mississippi, and just thinking about the guiding principles of my life. I think a lot about that and don't talk a lot about it, but it's intricately interwoven into my ultramarathon goals and dreams and cause for running. So here we go. My number one guiding principle in life is love. Love and kindness. It is the principle that transcends all religions, all faiths, all worldviews. We know, every human being on this planet from the beginning of whenever it was, we know that it's better to be kind to each other. We work together, we get more done, we're happier. And when we're unkind to each other, or oppress, or even kill, or abuse, then it leads to serious consequences and unhappiness. So love, it defines everything I do, and if nothing else in life I accomplish, I want to love other people, and if life has meaning and purpose, then it is surrounded in acts of love. Number 2 is along the same lines as respect. So it's respect for all human beings. I meet a person on the street, homeless person, a rich businessman, man, woman, black, white, young, old, anything, whoever it is, they are just as entitled to live their life according to their worldview and feel and hear that inner voice or spirit or God or whatever they choose to follow. And they're just as entitled to live that life as I am to mine, as long as it doesn't harm other people. I respect them 100%, totally. The more I meet people and kind of subconsciously judge them at first, and I get to know them even for an hour, working side by side, and I find out they have an amazing life story and they're just an incredible person. So I give people the benefit of the doubt, and I respect all human beings, and I don't believe anyone deserves any privilege for their age or their gender or their skin color or anything like that. Number 3 is authenticity, 100% authenticity. This is a big one for me. I believe in being real and honest and true to myself and true to the world. And I think it's really important. A lot of times we go for kind of 90% honesty. We're afraid of hurting people's feelings or being misunderstood or being different. But I believe in 100% authenticity. That's kind of difficult because sometimes you might rub people wrong. And I'm not talking about getting in people's face and yelling about your politics, but I'm talking about being true to yourself and being honest with yourself and with the world. If we had more of that, I think we'd live in a much better place. And I strive to do that more and more every day in my life, and it's an ongoing challenge. Number 4 is be present. Carpe diem. This is huge. All my life I've been building this kind of philosophy, this mantra of just be in the now, here and now. You know, our brains are wired to think about the future and think about the past and worry about the bear in the woods. That's a biological mechanism to keep us alive, but it's gone haywire, and we don't have a lot of bears in the woods. Some bears, but anyway, at Tahoe, there were lots of bears. It was really fun. But we worry too much, and the way to overcome that for me is just be present. I'm breathing this fresh air. I'm out in the woods, and today is incredible. I try to think of, the idea that maybe today is all I get. What if today is my only day? What if right now is all I get? And just be present. I really wrestle with that because I'm a deep thinker, but I do things to anchor myself to get tangible and to touch the wood and build the house and run in the woods. You know this is important for ultra running because you're going to get stressed at mile 36. Oh crap, I'm falling apart already. There's no way I can go another 60. And you just got to chill out and be in the moment. You cannot fast forward on that trail, and you can't go backwards. You can only take the next step. Super important, and it feeds into all those things I said before about love and kindness and respect. If you're present, you can love deeper and care more and experience those things. Number 5 is RFP, Relentless Forward Progress. So that's kind of, obviously a running metaphor, but it's not giving up, swimming through that bonk and finding ways to not quit before the miracle and to just keep moving forward, relentless forward progress. I got an extreme brain. I go way high and way low to an unhealthy degree. When I'm in those lows, I cannot see out of that tunnel. I can't imagine a tomorrow. Everything I got, I can't imagine that. I can't believe it. And I am convinced that it is tragedy. My life is over, blah, blah, blah. And I just have to kind of use those mantras and those, ginger chews, figuratively, to tell myself, hey, you can't see your way out of this. You can't imagine going another 14 miles to get to the finish line, but all you can do is go on, man. Just keep taking another step and just trust that somehow this is going to turn around, even though you can't see it right now. Number 6 is nature. I am a spiritual person, and I draw a lot of strength from being in nature. When I'm in a city for 4 days and just concrete jungle, my soul longs for that horizon and that Emerson said it better, but I'm not going to quote him right now, but the human soul longs for that landscape view, the nature fix. And the more I'm connected to nature, the better my life is. And I can't explain it. There's just something that feeds the soul in the woods. And to me, that is not just, oh, look at God's creation. Like, that is God, that is spirituality, that is the miracle of life, that we're alive and that these trees are growing and these beautiful wildflowers. That's what thrills me, and that's what gets me excited. It's not the Disneyland trip or a YouTube video or whatever. Number 7 is the value of relationships. This, of course, ties into love and respect, but my relationship, especially with my family, first with my wife, then with my children, then with my extended family, brothers and sisters, my mom, my dad, and then going outward, those relationships are the most valuable thing to me in my life and the most important. And so I try to prioritize those relationships over all else, over dogma, ideology, money, anything that comes in the way of our relationship. I want to fix or just make it better so we can have as good a relationship as possible. And that's what brings value to life. There's a Buddhist principle that everything is interconnected. And you can't look at the tree and just see a tree, because you have to think about the dirt and the forest around it and all the things that came to be to make that tree what it is. And it's the same with us, kind of no man is an island. Relationships matter. And I think most people on their deathbed are not worried about their career or, other things, but they think about relationships. And I hear a lot of stories of people who are rich and famous and lonely and depressed and live a sad life because they feel like they don't have real relationships and true connection. And it really is about relationships. Look for treasure. There's so many little bright spots, and you can have a terrible day and still see one little red flower, or just have one little happy coincidence, and your day wasn't a waste. And you have to look for those things. You find what you're looking for. But I look for those simple little, just the pattern on a lizard. Yesterday when I was digging, working 14 hours and digging in the mud, and that lizard went across my path and had an incredible pattern on his skin. And just think about how that lizard came to be, and the evolution, the biology, and just the miracle of that cool artistic pattern. And it brings me joy. Number 9 is service. Ties into all the others, but I get meaning and joy from serving other people. And it has to be kind of non-agenda service. I just want to help people however I can, just changing their tire or, helping them build their steps. It's almost selfish because I just derive a lot of joy from it. But the real joy is coming from just that person getting a boost in their life. And I think it kind of goes around and comes around, and you put out those good vibes in the world, and just good things come back to you. I've chosen a career of service, of building houses, mostly with Habitat for Humanity, and it just brings me a lot of satisfaction, a lot of joy, and I believe in it. I believe in helping people any way I can and just jump in and non-agenda. And number 10 is passion. Live well, go in, all in, give it all you got. Whatsoever thou doest, do it heartily. There's a scripture somewhere. But I believe in getting your hands dirty, jumping in, and just everything you do, try to give it all you got and give it your all and do your best and aim high and strive for excellence. Of course, that applies to ultra running. You just got to have your game day. It's game time. It's race day. Stand at the starting line and you're just putting it all on the table. Really love that. So anyway, this may not help anyone else, but for what it's worth, there's my little 10 guiding principles for my life, and I'm open to it changing over time. But I really believe that those 10 things will only get more solid, and I try to rearrange my life and my thinking to be more in line with those core principles. And I derive a lot of inspiration from ultra marathons and from training and from all the people, the culture in ultra running. Some of my best friends in the world have come from that culture of we're all in this together and we're helping each other be our best, and just love and kindness. I see it every day. It's the only sport I know of where everyone is competing against the contest, but it's competing together. It's a group team exercise, team building exercise. So, all right, hope you enjoyed it. See you on the flippy flop.